early light, by the creek where dreams take flight. Mountains dance with whispering leaves, nature's hymns put hearts at ease. Flag waves high in the mountain breeze, stories of old whisper through the trees. Eagles soaring in the sky teach us how to reach and fly. Creekside dreams and mountain air find me there without a care. Whispered secrets, flowing streams, chasing moonlit starry beams. Workshop nest amidst the wood, doing things just cause we could. Crafting tales with coffee in hand, together in this peaceful land. Fireside with ember glow, nighttime tales from long ago. Hearts are warm, our spirits free, underneath the old oak tree. Creekside dreams and mountain air find me there without a care. Whispered secrets, flowing streams, chasing moonlit starry beams. Workshop nest amidst the wood, doing things just cause we could. Crafting tales with coffee in hand, together in this peaceful land. Fireside with ember glow, nighttime tales from long ago. Hearts are warm, our spirits free, underneath the old oak tree. Creekside dreams and mountain air find me there without a care. Whispered secrets, flowing streams, chasing moonlit starry beams. Side dreams and mountain air find me there without a care. Whispered secrets, flowing streams, chasing moonlit starry beams.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening?
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, we see we got a whole bunch of peoples in the house already.
We got a skipper raid, too.
Yeah. Must be on your side.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up with the people? Oh, we got My Fly, Mercedes, first one in the house this morning, then Miss Lulu. There's Sharon, Cat Mac, Paul Voss, what's happening? And Daisy's going to decide to talk to the neighbors. All right, time to come in.
Good morning, everybody.
Come on, loudmouth. Now go chill out.
How is everybody on this beautiful Tuesday morning?
Oh my God, fat dog. Always late to the party. Come on. No. Rebecca in the house. What's happening? And there's the skipper.
Skipper!
So what are you at now, girl?
I'm not even sure. 870, I think.
870. Man, that 130 is gonna come eventually. I guess I better turn that off, huh?
Good morning, Native.
Yeah, I invited him to come in.
I saw.
So the Tim's in the house. What's happening, bud? Man, I forgot my little notebook today. Well, where's my water bottle? He's eating my...
That's odd.
What? What's
Ruby is the biological grandmother's name.
Right.
So she's not only... Oh my God, this woman's fucking crazy. Oops.
That's all right. I've got nothing but yellow freaking marks all the way down my stuff.
I literally like smacked myself like, ooh. Mmm. So she's taking on personas of other people now, not just making up her own now.
That's what's wild. I mean, I'd like to see more about this.
I agree.
This Ruby name. I mean, going in under a false pretense into an organization that helps people, that's pretty freaking low. I mean, you have groups for everything, like Alcoholics Anonymous out there, and then you've got support groups for cancer. You got support groups for people that have children with, social skill problems. You got support groups for everything. And for this woman to literally go into a support group with a child that doesn't have anything wrong with them is about as low can be.
I agree. I yesterday fell into a rabbit hole researching Munchausen syndrome.
That at first I didn't really know what to think. Now it's just really aggravating me. It's really getting under my skin to take advantage of people like that.
It's rounded up to 40 now. Thank you, Suzanne. Good morning, my sweet Susie.
Just think about it. She goes into there under false pretenses, and those people are very generous, helping. It's just like a church, they help when they can. So every dime that she fleeced out of these innocent people could have helped somebody that actually needed it.
Yeah.
That's about disgusting.
I saw in the hate group somebody posted that she was trying to adopt another child after she adopted Harley. And apparently it fell through, but it was a little boy.
Didn't I also read where she was trying to get twins?
I did not see that personally, but I did see the screenshot of her trying to adopt an infant boy.
How low can somebody be? Well, apparently she can.
I mean, I'm sure it can get worse. I have found so many videos just doing the research I've been doing on Munchausen. And I also learned that narcissism and Munchausen goes hand in hand.
It just blows my mind. I mean, when COVID hit, remember that?
Oh, yes.
That pretty much crippled America. And we had the opportunity, Barb had the opportunity to take furlough, and we had the opportunity to go on government assistance, and we didn't, for the plain simple fact that, okay, we have a nest egg, and as long as we had that nest egg, we were fine. But it was just my pride telling me, no, don't do it. I mean, we don't need it, so don't do it. We have money to support ourselves, so don't do it. But then you take and you look at somebody like this woman, this piece of garbage, literally goes in and takes advantage of every single free dime that she can fleece out of somebody. You know, how can someone live like that? It just
I
blows
found
my
this gem.
mind.
I
That's
found
what
this gem on the hate group. Shout out to whoever posted it. But this is Lynette saying her name is Ruby, and that the grandmother decided that she did not want to sign the affidavit for Harley.
now do we know this is fact?
It has the date and everything.
Okay. Just making sure. That's what was sent to me this morning. Remember when I was telling you about that?
Mm-hmm.
And they have more.
Yeah, this one grabbed my eye the most, so that's the one I saved. Because I was like, wait, what? And I was like, could this mean that the adoption could not really be that strong? The grandmother decided that she also will not sign the affidavit saying that her daughter wanted this adoption, and that this was all set up. See, they are so high that when we sent the notary to them in New Jersey, they couldn't sign the adoption papers with the notary because he can't do that when people are intoxicated. And then they gave every excuse why they couldn't sign the papers with the notary. They signed them, but they wouldn't get them notarized. So we asked her to do an affidavit, and at first she said yes, but now her daughter and her husband have threatened this poor mother who is 80 years old. They didn't pay her mortgage. They lied to her and told her they were paying. This was August 4th, 2020. This was right in the middle of COVID. So that made me question, is the adoption even legal?
Exactly.
If they refused to sign.
Are those signatures even their signatures?
Exactly.
But at this point, with it being 5 years down the road, do you realize how hard that will be for any attorney to overturn this? Even if both parents stepped up and said that, hey, I never signed anything. You know how hard.
Suzanne's comment. Do you remember when the siblings were able to see HG and LP said they were dirty and snot-nosed and didn't want them around HG? Yes, that was said right before she took tail and run to Otter Creek. She cut the family off right before she moved to Otter Creek.
Good morning, Gary. How are you today, sir? There's a lot, but the bad thing about Florida, I don't know about other states, but I know Florida. The bad thing about Florida is once a kid is placed in a home, it is almost impossible to get that kid taken out unless CPS finds that the kid is in danger or been, abused. I guess it just depends on where you're at. Because I know down here in Hillsborough County, Polk County, they don't play around. But I guess up there, they just don't care. I don't really know.
Right, Native. I agree. The mother was forced to sign under duress. But she's claiming that they were strung out on drugs. So either way, that would make it not a legal adoption in some form, right?
I would think, but to actually get a judge to hear it, that's why I'm saying it's if Jeremy's got all of this evidence and knowing that DFS isn't doing anything locally, his only alternative, if he wants to really step in for the child, is he's got to take that stuff and just go in person into the state level, not the county level. Go
I
in the
agree.
state level and say, hey, this is what I have. This is what's going on. This child needs to be saved. And if he goes in personally and stay at state level, or anybody that has the evidence, but apparently Jeremy has more evidence than anybody else. So it would have to be him going in person. Now, whether he does that or not, that's up to him. But
Why not hand over all this evidence of Lynette saying this stuff to the relatives of the child and let the relatives do what they got to do?
I imagine he probably has. But they're not here in Florida. They're in what, New York, New Jersey, somewhere around there.
I believe they were in Jersey.
Now, Shara's up in Jersey, right?
Yes.
Maybe Shara needs to reach out to these ladies.
You know what? That's actually a great idea. I may message Shara and kind of like give her a little idea.
I would, because that having Shara on their side of this, she could probably open up some doors that they don't know about.
That's possible.
Because that is Shara's main focus was at one time was children, wasn't it?
Yes.
So she might have some stuff she can help these gals with. I mean, granted, I understand. I mean, here we are in Florida, and the family trying to gain custody is in New Jersey. That's a long distance. That's a long ways. And to fight something like this, you basically got to be in the same state. I mean,
that's what I was wondering. Could it, being that the biological family is up there and Lynette's down here in Florida, could it then become a federal issue?
I don't know. I don't know how that would work, because I do know that when you're dealing with family services, it gets tricky between counties. I can just imagine how it would be tricky between states.
I have so many questions.
I think Shara would be perfect to come on this case with the aunts. I mean, just look at all of the garbage that. Good morning, Brett and Therese. How are y'all this morning?
Good morning, Brett and Therese.
Lilu, what's happening, girl? What's happening? One of our number one mods is the Lilo lady. Roy, what's happening? I don't know. It's a really, things nowadays just are so hard to deal with legally, especially when you're out of state. It just, I'm sure there's got to be ways that can be done, things that can be done. I just don't know what they are. How about you, girly?
Sorry, I got sidetracked by the husband. He came in to tell me he had to run to Home Depot, so I was muted and talking to him. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. If you don't mind, put a little bug in her ear, because I'm sure she's in contact with Jeremy, and Jeremy would be more than happy to get her in touch with the aunts. And all of the evidence she has too.
They also need to look at it as a Munchausen situation as well. I saw multiple news articles where recent recent women were arrested and charged for medical abuse by Munchausen.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a route they need to take. They need to push for proof of the medical issues. They need to look into the medical team that allowed this to happen.
I hope something gets done, because I mean, after hearing and seeing all the stuff we have over the past week or so about, this alias Ruby person, and now I'm starting to think, is this child even sick at all? So,
Hello, Mrs. Yoda.
hello, Miss Yoda. How are you today, young lady? Is Mr. Yoda still in bed?
He was in chat.
Oh, was he in the chat? Oh man, I didn't even see. I'm talking to you and just, well, you know how I get. But uh, I'm actually honestly wondering if there's anything wrong with the child at all. So
And
I'm
a lot of us are starting to question that after us hearing from that.
I'd really like to see a DFS, somebody in DFS actually take a look and say, hey, this child needs to be examined by a doctor other than what's in her circle, just to make sure. It just, I
Good morning, Kim.
Oh, Kim's in the house. What's happening, girl? Glad you stopped by.
That's right, Mama Palmer. The mother was flown to Florida to give birth, and the father was incarcerated in New Jersey during the birth. So,
Now, if a lot of you guys don't know, Miss Kimmy here, that's up on the screen, she's one of the biggest thorns in the walrus's side over on the fake hater group.
she is such a thorn in their side that they had to mimic her YouTube account and her Facebook account.
Welcome aboard, Miss Kim.
I remember that, Sharon. I remember Ashley telling us about that. And it can go generation to generation.
Well, just think about it. Not only are they getting the attention that they're seeking, they're also got their hand out and people's putting money in it, people's putting free services in it.
Just
All,
like with the Gypsy Rose case, the mother did it for all those funds, for the free house, for exactly. What is your malfunction, cat?
well, we got one of the three Kimmys in the house. Now, if we get the other two Kimmys in here and we can get Wendy in here, now that would be a trifecta right there. Oh, yeah.
We got Nikki in here too.
Yep, Nikki. That's right. I forgot about Nikki.
Nikki irks their nerves on a daily basis.
Yep. So we
They
got
got me
Nikki
in
and
jail.
Kim.
So.
Yeah, you can't talk. You're in jail.
Yeah, I'm in Facebook jail until February 7th. So, good morning. Used to be younger.
Good morning. I don't know if it's a sir or her, so I'll just say
Her.
good morning. Good morning, it. To say today's society. Oh my God, there's the slug nut.
Slug, go burn some more oatmeal and leave me alone.
Oh my goodness, the little Lego queen has come blessed us with her presence. We are so thrilled. Jim Thunder.
Mama Palmer, that's what I've been thinking for a while, but after what we found out Sunday night, I've really sunk my head into doing research on this Munchausen by proxy and away from the Gypsy Rose story. I'm looking into more real life. Of course, the Gypsy Rose thing was real life, but she's gotten famous off of unaliving her mom. I ain't trying to dirty up my channel with that story. I want to find real stuff, recent stuff that has happened. And I have found multiple stories of survivors of Munchausen by proxy. I have found multiple stories of doctors getting in trouble as well for it, for helping the parent along this.
Now, I'd like to just step in there for 1 second and just change things up just a little and go back. We'll go back. I just want people to realize Georgie and I are not professionals at anything as far as this stuff's concerned.
No.
This is just us sitting around giving our opinion on what's going on, trying to figure out the best way possible to move forward. And if we come up with a good idea, so be it. But hopefully we can pass information along to people who actually can make something change.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm done. What is that? We're educated in everything but master of none. There's an actual saying for that. I just screwed it all up. But
I've always been the type that loved doing research. I just never thought about doing this. I never thought about putting my thoughts out on the interwebs.
Good morning, Sienna. Cynthia.
Very short, yes, Slug. Also, I have a very short temper span, so please don't try me this morning, okay?
I don't know what Tim's talking about. He's babbling.
I have no idea who told you what.
I don't have a clue. The chat rolls by. You know me. I just pick stuff out of random.
Now that, Miss Sharon, I don't have to research because I have experience with the Stockholm Syndrome. My husband thought I had it. And so I did research into it before I was diagnosed with my bipolar and my PTSD from my prior abuse. My mother thought I had it. My husband thought I had it. And so I did research on it. And I finally started in therapy, and they're like, no, it's not this, but it's this. So.
Oh, I understand. I understand completely. I mean, there's a lot of things that I see that I wish I had the ability to change for the better, but we just don't have that power. But we do have the power of voice to speak up and try and gain intention for change.
Exactly.
And I mean, all of us sitting here chatting today, we're all in different states, countries, all over the world. So
the planet.
Yeah, the planet. Physically, there's not a whole lot we can do physically, but there's a lot we can do verbally by getting the word out there, by telling people the story, and hopefully the right people hear the story and act on it.
I mean, there are things that people locally in that area could do to... Would you hush? Clingy much? I have a dog climbing on me.
Good morning, Allie.
Protest.
Yeah. Yep. Now, I guess Jeremy forgot about that or has put it on hold. Remember, he had mentioned something about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think going to the governor's office is really going to affect anything.
I wasn't even thinking about the governor's office.
I think the state level DFS office or child services office.
That's exactly where my mind was going. The county level, the state level of DCF, the federal level of DCF, protest. We have a right. Everybody has a right to protest.
And then again, that's, being a social media base, our people are all over the planet.
Good morning, Mama Coop.
It would be hard to, hey babe, it would be hard to gather everybody in one place without a lot of planning, you know.
Right. And will we also have enough Floridians in our chats? Not just between you and I, but all of our other little inner circle. We have enough people between us that are local, and then there's people in the DC area. There's something can be done. If you get
Right.
their attention, something can be done. Like TC says, start local with your own area. Just like with the hashtag Save the Children movement. I was at so many different rallies and protests for the Save the Children. It can be done.
Oh, and wasn't it Jeremy that said there's an individual within that bikers group that now the bikers group knows what's going on
That they seen it with their own eyes.
and that they are not in support. At least that one individual is not in support of this. And I did some checking up. They're an MC. They are not a full blown one percenter club. They are just an MC. That there's another one down here in Florida also called Baca, and the Baca MC group or club, their design is just for children. That's all they do is help children, for Christmas or holidays or any sick children. I'm assuming this Southern Sons is the same kind of group. They're not like the criminal aspect. They're more along the lines of just an organization helping. But now that they know what's going on, because I did do a little research on those guys.
Mrs. Yoda, they have gotten the local news involved. I personally don't know what steps to take to get Fox's attention, to get CNN's attention, to get the big news networks' attention. I personally don't know what to do with that.
First, it's got to go through your local news. You've got to get the local news. That way, the local news has already done some investigating, and that gives the bigger media outlets a leg up because they can read their notes, their investigation, and then they can prepare their own. But if it's not locally first, Fox is going to be impossible.
Molly. Ow. I just got took out by the dog.
Shelly, you're right. I don't see the DeSantos stepping in at all. Not one bit.
No, but bringing the failures of DHS and DCF, whatever it's called in Florida, up here it's DHR, Department of Human Resources. It has different names all over the U.S. But bringing the attention of the failed.
That's right. Where Mike's petition needs to keep moving forward. We need to start. Matter of fact, does anybody in the chat have Mike's petition?
Tim, Lou, all my mods should have it. Would you hush? I moved the birds so they'd be quiet. Now I got you screaming in the mic.
Hey, don't you worry. Hey, I saw that last night. Don't you even worry about them birds chirping on our deal. They don't bother me at all. And
no, but they bother me.
I mean, I saw that deal last night, and I'm sorry if the little birdies aggravate people. Well, sorry about that. It's just part of life. We have birds, and they talk.
Well, that's my thing. If it's not the birds squawking in the background, I've got the dog whining beside me. I've got the cat purring at the mic. It is what it is.
I could understand people getting aggravated with a burp or a fart or, a sneeze constantly. But birds singing, my birds don't sing. They're actually noisy and they do get on my skin. But Georgie's birds sing. They don't have anything unpleasant about them.
Except for when Baby Bird starts. When Baby Bird starts, she can be a bit as annoying as Tickles.
Blue, I like to listen to Blue because he's soft spoken. But now Tickles, whoo, she's a screecher. She just
Right, Brett. TV 20 is out of Gainesville. They have covered the corruption in the town hall, and they've covered the elections. We need to get to their attention the corruption in DCF, the work DCF has failed to do.
That's why I think Mike's petition, Veteran Nation's petition, is so important, because if you have something to go to the media with, then they'll look at it. You know what I mean? At this point, it's just a bunch of people talking, expressing their feelings on what should be done.
Let me see. Tim shared the link. Let me see how many signatures we have.
Oh, did he share it?
We have 1,004 verified signatures for Harley's change.org. So if you have not already,
let me see where that is.
Signed that petition, please do.
You said Tim posted it, right?
Yeah, he posted it in your chat and in mine.
Let me go click on this. Dang it. That's all right. I can come back. Okay, Dominion. I do know that there are a certain amount of signatures that once you get a certain amount of signatures, it actually gets looked at by some division, some part of the government. But let's go take a look at this. All right, here we go. And bam, and we'll just go right here. All right, guys, this is Veteran Nation set this up, and if you guys have not signed this, please, if you want to help save the child, go over and sign this petition so we can get eyes from above actually starting to look at this stuff, because it's pretty bad that the only people looking at it are us. The right people need to be looking at it, right, Georgie? So if you guys have not signed this petition, please go run over and sign it to help bring some attention to this matter.
And again, I did not join this to be in the middle of all the drama, to fight and argue with other channels. I joined this to fight for that child, and that's what I'll continue to do.
Piss on those other channels. Nobody cares about what the haters like or say or anything. I mean, they've already been proven time and time again that they're full of crap. They lie, they fabricate, they twist. So nobody, the only people believing anything they say are the select few fools that tune in nightly to their garbage. So I'm not going to fight with them. I don't go anywhere near them. I don't talk to them. I don't post comments on their crap. I stay away from them filthy people. And yes, you heard it here. They are filthy people. Garbage dwelling scum. I think that was pretty clear. What do you think, Georgie?
Yep. Used to be younger. I can look into, where did it go? I lost her comment.
What happened? Used to be younger.
Nothing happened. I was trying to, she gave me a good idea, and now I can't find her comment.
Is that it?
It is. A petition to the courts to open up and review the adoption. Here's the thing. That's what the ants are trying to do. Yes, Suzanne, do not contact anyone involved in this case. However, we all have a right to make our government officials answer to you.
Right.
They work for us.
I don't care about Lynette. I don't care about Crook. I don't care about the fleece over there or Bubbles. I don't care about none of them. As far as I'm concerned, if they didn't exist on this planet, it would make the whole planet a lot better place to live. But unfortunately, we have to deal with that scum. So, best thing we can do is get the word out by simple steps like this petition.
Thank you, TC.
It's amazing what the power of the pen can do.
Congratulations to those who received a Goon Squad membership from TC.
Who that?
TC gifted 5 memberships to the Goon Squad.
All right. All right.
Star received it. Suzanne received it. Jen Thunder received it. Mama Palmer received it. And Lil Lou. Congratulations, guys. Yes, mods, make sure y'all keep sharing that change.org thing.
I do believe Adderall is a controlled substance. Anything that is mind and body altering is a controlled substance, a narcotic, I believe.
Thank you, Native. I've always been the type to want to give a voice to the voiceless. Whether that be children, animals, victims of abuse. Me and Coop together, have this platform to share to help give the voice to the voiceless. Right, Coopy?
Yeah. That's what we're trying to do. I feel bad for the child. And I'm not going to lie. You know, I started this all out because I saw a very bad thing happening to Jeremy. Okay, the child didn't come till later. The focus on the child didn't come until well in after the 2-inch pipe thing. So
exactly.
I came into all this because he was getting screwed over by the town with his water pipe, with his water bills. The child's safety came later, and it makes me sick. I mean, we physically want to help, but we can't.
A lot of us don't know how either.
Right. And I mean, I just hope some of the people that matter hear what we say, you know, and take some of the advice that we give, whether it be important advice or not, you know, just look at it and maybe make some decisions and go from there.
What really pushed me into wanting to fight for this little girl was seeing the tears in Madame Mayer's eyes when she was handed that that necklace back, where she had to give it back to Lloyd. That just completely shattered me. Because it's no longer about the adults. Lynette made it about that child. She was hurting that child in this process, and it's wrong.
That right there showed, if you didn't already know how much of a piece of trash that woman was, that right there would have showed the world right there exactly what kind of piece of trash she was. You know, taking that necklace off that child and handing it back just to hurt that old man is just
disgusting.
Anybody that can't see that is flat out just right along with her, a piece of garbage themselves. I mean,
because she wasn't just hurting Lloyd, she was hurting that little girl.
I mean, I'm not going to defame these people by calling them drug addicts and all kinds of nasty things. I'm just going to flat out say they're trash. That's about as plain and simple as it comes. They are garbage. And can I prove it? Yep. Just go watch 5 minutes of one of their videos. And you guys over there playing on Discord, you need to be over here playing in the chat. What's wrong with you?
Who's in?
For some reason, I've got it open. Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on. I can't. There it is.
I don't know. Jen and them's having a discussion. I don't know what they're talking about. I just keep hearing the bubbly, bubbly, bubbly. They having fun. Let them have fun, girly. What? ADHD.
Adderall is an ADHD medication. Yes, ma'am. But in children who do not have ADHD, it is used as a as an upper.
Ooh, I gotta scroll that back down.
Brett and Therese still has that necklace.
Oh yeah, she said she was gonna hang on to it till the child either got rescued or got older. She'll give it back. She did say that. What?
Jen's having malfunctions in the chat.
Jen, I'm just picking on y'all. Y'all do whatever you want. I don't care. You can play over there on Discord all you want. I'm just giving you a hard time.
They're in the mod chat. She's having issues with chat, trying to tag people in chat. Wait, what? Orphan?
Squid, what's up?
Squiddles! Sister. I do believe that it's some type of evil. Of what? I'm not sure, but it's pure evil. Those people are pure evil.
Oh, I'm not gonna say I'm the best human being that ever walked the planet. Hell,
Nobody's perfect.
I've got my temper. I've got my past, and I'm not ashamed of any of it. Everything in my past was a learning experience that got me to where I am today. But I've never come close to being as evil as these people are. I mean, to deliberately treat a child the way they are is pretty pathetic.
Hey, Derek.
But it is going to be interesting come February 1st. That is going to be interesting to see whether or not she is enrolled in school or homeschool or private school, whatever. That is going to be interesting. Because I'm pretty sure that homeschooling has evolved quite a bit from the way it used to be.
From what I was reading, and I posted a link in our Discord server, Florida doesn't really have any restrictions on homeschooling. They require you to send a letter of intent to your local school board. You are required to have the child tested once a year, just like kids in public school have to do the SATs or the LSTATs, whatever they're called now. They're required to do that testing once a year. And you are required to keep files of every test you give your child, every graded paper. Like, you have to keep up with it, which is pretty much what we have to do here. You're not required an umbrella school. You're not required to... You only have to send one letter of intent, and that's it.
Oh, I'll be straight up. I'm totally stupid when it comes to any of that homeschooling stuff. I mean, I've never done it, never really researched it, never really had a need to. That's the reason I moved my kids when they were babies to Missouri. That way they could get a child's education instead of having to grow up on the streets of Florida and try and get an education here. They could just be a child there and learn.
Right.
But
the way we're doing it, we do what we call unschooling, where we're not forced to stick to a book. We can take the kids to historical sites, and we have plenty of those around here, and teach them on-site history. We have science museums and stuff like that local that we can take them and teach them that stuff. The only things I do hands-on out of a book at home is reading, English, and math. I do
I,
that.
I can tell you years ago, way after I was out of school, I mean, years after I was out of school, I did get a history book from a school here in Florida, and I have a history book from a school up north. And you would be surprised how different those history books are, that how they teach children. I mean, the northern book and the southern book were completely opposites. It's like one book said one thing, another book said another thing. So I
Oh,
just, it's
yeah.
just unreal how, who do you believe? Which book do you think is more accurate?
Those textbooks are literally nothing more than indoctrinating our children. They don't teach them the truth anymore. They don't.
I'm not going to say the northern books are good or bad. Same with the Florida, good or bad. But at the end of the day, you would think that all history books would be identical instead of two different versions. I don't get that. I mean, isn't that what we have all those government agencies for, to make sure that this is all
Uh, Brent and
done?
Trace, I agree with you guys. But the Florida laws of homeschooling, you only have to have a high school diploma or the equivalent of, which is a GED. We all know that poor child probably won't learn jack from those people.
Well, can she put the phones down long enough to teach the child anything? Can she even put the phones down long enough to put the kid in front of a computer to say, "Hey, do your homework, do your work, do your studies"?
You know, my
I
family said the same thing about me when I first took my oldest out of public school because I spent a lot of time on my phone, but I'm working. There's a difference. I'm actually working and doing research and studying how to be a better teacher for my children. I don't know. All
oh
she's
well,
doing
take
is running her mouth. There's just a huge difference.
yeah, take for instance Char's video last night. You saw there at the end where she's got her phone held right in her hand and she's
She's
talking
also
on her phone.
videoing the cops. You notice
Exactly.
her and the grandson both were videoing the cops.
Which they have that right. But just think, I mean, this woman walks around with two cell phones. Why? I don't know. That's kind of crazy. But
Oh,
I just
the
don't
government
see how
fault.
this child is going to get a proper education living the way she does. But hey, what do I know? I'm just an old man.
I do not disagree at all, but I'm also not going to judge people for homeschooling because I am a homeschooling mom. However, I don't think that poor baby will be taught anything other than how to grift off the planet and how to live in filth.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I see the advantages of homeschooling, but I also see the disadvantages as well. And it's just like public school. Public school has its advantages and it has its disadvantages. It would be nice if we could blend the two together and come up with some way to get rid of all the disadvantages, but we can't.
Yes, Miss Rebecca, fevers cause seizures. Miss Bailey, when she was 3 months old, after she got her vaccines, it caused her. And by the way, I gave her Tylenol just like the pediatrician told me to. Back then, I swore by everything the freaking pediatrician said. And she had a reaction to the vaccines. She ran a fever so high that the Tylenol or the ibuprofen, the Motrin, nothing would touch it. And she had a seizure, and I almost lost her because of the vaccine fever. So
But in my opinion, that's a rare case
it is rare.
because there are millions and millions and millions of children that get those vaccinations every year. It's just a choice on what the parents want to do. If you're having a reaction, obviously you don't want your child to have it. It's going to make them sick.
Exactly. And it
That's where,
affects every child different. So it's really just about let's do it and see how it reacts. If they don't react good, they're not getting any more.
That's where I think it should be put in the parents' hands. I mean, the schools say they won't allow children in if they're not vaccinated. Well, what are you going to do if your child is having an allergic reaction and can't take the shots? I mean, there's got to be a common ground there.
There's ways of building your child's immunity without this forced government vaccine. Do I agree with what the crazy lady's doing with Harley, with her supposedly having a disorder? No, that child should have her vaccines. I'm sorry. As a non-vax parent, I would say that child had a existing disorder. That child should have all of her vaccines. Point blank,
If
period.
if she's denying the child vaccines, I would say that's not because she's scared of the vaccines. I'd say she doesn't want to spend the money. I put that on monetary right there.
Good morning, Cynthia. I hope you're staying safe in Cali. I know you were working the fires. I'm not going to judge on the potty training.
That's her business. I mean,
That's between.
I think the child should already be potty trained, but hey, that's not my child. So,
As a mom with a child that is 6 years old and still in pull-ups because he's absolutely terrified of the toilet, I'm not going to judge somebody for their child not being potty trained at 5 years old. I have a special needs child that is terrified of the hole in the toilet he thinks he's going to fall in. So, there's some things on the situation I will absolutely 100% judge. And then there's some things I'm like, no, I'm not going to put my 2 cents in there because.
hey, good morning, Lucas.
Exactly. The state insurance, the Medicaid pays for vaccines. So that shouldn't even be an issue.
Well, then again, like we said the other day, she doesn't want anyone in the medical field outside of her chosen people to see this child either.
Munchausen again.
Yep. Allegedly. Because we have no proof.
Can you potty train without a toilet? I mean, they make the toddler-sized toilets, which he also freaking hates. So I can't win either way. But
that's what we used with both our kids, were those little fold-up.
The little toddler potties,
yeah.
He I've tried. I have spent so much money on trying different things. Like, they have the little thing now for little boys. It mounts on the wall, and it's a toddler urinal. It teaches them how to use the urinal. And it's got it's a frog, and it's got this little spinny thing in the bottom of it to like make it a game. It's a target, and when they tinkle on it, it spins. Yeah, no. He just wants to play with it. He won't use it. And I'm like, I've spent so much money trying to potty train this child. And he's like, nope. So.
That's one of the things from my childhood I wished I would have held on to after my kids were done. Because my mom gave us, when we had our daughter, she gave us the potty chair that she used to train us. You know, the old little wooden ones that had the little pot that went down in the bottom of it. Old stuff. And my dad had refurbished it because over the years, getting moved around, it's losing its paint and stuff. So he refurbished it, gave it to us when our daughter was born, and we used it. And for some reason, I lost it during one of our moves. But man, I wish I still had that, because it's not like I'm going to have grandkids. So, but I could have passed it down to somebody else.
Exactly, Squid. One day they want to do it. The next day they're like, nope, absolutely not. I was reading something. Gail said the family said, which I believe was Ashley, the stepdaughter, that said that there was doctor's reports about Munchausen's with Lynette. I wonder if there's some way, Squid, you're a medical person in the chat. Is there any way that we could actually access that without it coming directly from them? I would guess not, because wouldn't that be a HIPAA thing?
Access what now?
The proof, the medical records, the proof that the child is actually sick.
Nah, without a court order, it'd probably be against the law.
That's what I was. That's why I was asking questions. That's what sucks. I'm like Squid. I want to see documents. I want to see proof. But like you just said, she stated that she only wants her to see physicians that she approves of that'll do what she wants. That's a red flag. That's a huge red flag.
I don't know. It's just a lot of things, a lot of questions, some people out there. It's none of your business. Well, she is what did they say?
She's a celebrity.
She's a celebrity. So yeah, it's gotten to be public interest now. So we all have the rights to our opinions when it comes to celebrities, do we not?
Yeah. What was that? It just slid by really fast. Okay, Squid said it's a HIPAA unless court ordered or released by the family. Thank you, Squid.
I don't think anybody's judging you here, Squid.
No, she keeps having people running their mouth to her, telling her she ain't got no right to any of the proof or blah blah blah. It's just haters being haters. Send you a link.
Hey, ignore them. Just on.
That's what I told her. I was like, just ignore them. All they're doing is making you money, because it just shows they're watching you on replay and they're commenting on your stuff. They're making you money on AdSense. So,
word to the wise: you don't have thick skin. You don't need to be on YouTube, because these people are vicious. I mean,
they're psycho.
They can get vicious. So, if anybody's gonna let anybody on YouTube mess with their head, you might want to reevaluate.
I like the way Squid looks at it. Like, she's being a neutral party and party. Words are hard. And she's looking at it from both sides, and she just wants the evidence and the proof. I like that.
Well, to be honest, I tried doing that. Well, I did do that.
Yeah,
I got the evidence. I got the proof. I made my decision. I made which side of the fence. I declared which side of the fence I'm on. She wants to stay neutral. Hey, more power to her. But that's where you and I differ from Squid. We've actually been here since the beginning. We've watched both sides. We
watched the behavior from the beginning of both sides.
I mean, I've got the proof. I've seen the proof of all the nasty, vile stuff that Liar Nut has done. So it was easy for me to make my mind up. I'm just a human being sitting on YouTube talking to one of my friends on live stream, discussing our opinions. I'm not a legal scholar. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. I don't claim to be. It's just Georgie and I sitting around having fun. You got quiet there, woman.
Yeah, I'm being blowed up. Yeah, so fun fact, I knew Ashley on TikTok. I never put two and two together of who she spoke about when she would talk about the evil stepmother on TikTok. Now, her and I used to be in a trucking group together. We used to be in a group full of truckers together. And I never realized who she was talking about. And I had been following this what the hell's thing for years. And I never knew who she was talking about until she got involved with Tug. And I was like, wait a minute, I know her. So, and then putting two and two together, Ashley went through a lot with that woman. A lot. Hey, Coop, Gail's got a good point. Our taxes are paying for that child.
Yeah, I see it. I understand that. I mean,
especially you Floridians, like y'all's state taxes are paying for that child's food. It's paying for her medical. It's a good point. Oh crap. That's true, Squid. But what we're meaning is we've watched Lynette's behavior spiral out of control. We've all given her the benefit of the doubt. When
legal documents are fine, but you got to put context to it, and
yeah,
you don't want to put context to it, then them legal documents don't mean shit.
Hey, Spud. We have watched
Patrick
her
in the house
make a fool of herself. Like, she literally posted her failed drug test and said, "Look, I passed it." And we're like, no, you didn't.
Miss Yoda. Did Mr. Yoda wake up, Miss Yoda?
He said he was going to lay back down.
Oh.
He needs to rest. Okay, Miss Suzanne, be safe.
Have a good one, girl.
That's true, Shelly. SSI is federal, but I was referring more to like their EBT, their Medicaid. Medicaid is state to state, so that is Florida state tax paying for Medicaid.
Unfortunately, that's one of those things that, yes, as taxpayers, we should have knowledge to, but we will not. They will not. That's an invasion of privacy, they say.
I don't want to be like right in the middle of the business, but I want proof of what she's saying. She's extorting this child for money. She's extorting this child for public attention. Show proof. So many people from places you've already lived has called you out on your bullshit. Prove what you're saying. Just prove it. And that's not me taking sides. That's saying prove it. That side's not showing receipts, but this side is. Eliminate Jeremy Hells from it for a minute. If it was another human being and someone like Lynette doing this, people would still be questioning the proof.
Yep. I don't know. It's just one of those issues to where I would like to see justice done. I'd like to see the child put in a good family home. I'd like to see Jeremy get justice for all the evil that's been brought upon him. Legally. I'm not one of those super fans that want to stalk the man. I enjoy his content immensely. I admire his business sense. I think he's very smart when it comes to business.
I agree.
And I think he's been done wrong. Doesn't matter how much money the man has, doesn't matter how popular he is. At the end of the day, I believe he's been done wrong, legally, emotionally. And I think that the people doing the wrongdoing should be held accountable. Yeah. That's just my 2 cents on it. I didn't know who Liar Nut was before Jeremy said who she was. Didn't really care. But she decided to keep her mouth shut She's the one that decided to interject herself into his life, which his life is all on video. So therefore, it's been interjected into mine and other fans. So yes, we would like to see justice done. Squid, don't get me wrong. I understand your passion with the documents. I totally understand it and respect it. Okay. You're looking at it from a different perspective than we are. We're fans. We're looking at the whole picture. We're not just looking at it from one side. I do understand what you're getting at, and I agree with it. That's why I watch your channel, girl. I mean, I like your stuff. You talk about it in a sense that I can understand it. That's why I'm a subscriber. You do know that, right? But we're on this platform on a different plane than you are. We're like I said, we're looking at it from a fan's outlook, where everything to us matters. The documents, the emotions, the context, everything. I'm not really looking at it one way. Am I wrong, Georgie? Am I screwing myself up saying what I'm saying?
I went to the restroom. I missed part of what you said. I came back on the end of it.
We're looking at it as fans. We want to see it all. We want to see the documents. We want to see the legal stuff. We want to see the emotional side. We want to see it all. We don't want to just see one side or the other. Which I was explaining to Squid that I understand she's looking at it just from the pure document legal side of it. You know, that's why I watch her stuff, because I can understand when she talks about the stuff she's passionate about. You know what I mean?
I love Squid, like the way she looks at it and her point of view on it. I love it.
There's so many people out there doing this LawTube stuff that they confuse me with their thoughts and ideas about what's on the screen. With Squid is more down to earth. You basically don't have to be a lawyer to understand what she's saying. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She makes it easier for me to follow along. That's why I watch Squid. That's why I'm subscribed to Squid. By the way, if you're not subscribed to Squid, run over there and hit that subscribe button, guys and gals. One of the mods here in just a second will probably post her link.
Squid. Yes. If you are not subscribed to Squid, do so. Head over and watch her. I love that she's coming in on it where she doesn't agree with either side. She thinks both sides suck. And to a point, she's not wrong. I have questioned both sides for years. But even as a huge fan of Jeremy, I've still questioned. I hear you, Tickles. I hear you.
Yeah, Blue's in there talking, so now she's got to start. She's trying to call him in here with us. She's on my shoulder, and he's in there playing on his cage. I figured he'd have flew down into the floor and walked in here by now, but he's found so many toys to play with, he just doesn't care.
I like that. She says she's looking at it from a jury point of view. I like that.
Well, that's the good thing about juries. Okay. Yeah, juries and judges will see paperwork, but the jury will actually get to see the context behind all of the madness. They will see how this affects people on an everyday basis. They are humans. They are not legal professionals. All these people in that jury box are just normal everyday citizens that are going to hear a story, and they're going to have to choose one side or the other to make a final decision.
Yo.
That's what I like about the jury system. They are not legal professionals. They do not rule and make their decision based on just documents. They sit through the trial and they make their decision based on what they feel and what they see.
Exactly.
That's the one thing that's great about our legal system is when you're judged by 12 individuals of your peer. That's what I like. Oh, and before I forget about it, guys, we lost a member of the community here not too long ago, Uncle Frank. He was an awesome, awesome man. Very nice to me. Him and Yoda both have always been nice. And we have a link that I'm fixing to share in the chat. So if you guys would go over and donate if you can. If you cannot, that's quite all right. Just show some love. But if you can donate, this is to help the family bury Uncle Frank. He was a good man.
Mary Hino or Hino, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong, but she said she served on a federal jury and it is not like a regular jury.
Gail's got that right. She's a professional liar. So are the Thunder Cows, the garbage people. I still think it's funny how you can take and have questionable pasts out of a criminal and his wife, a known felon and his wife, and these guys are giving them money. But to the fool's defense, they didn't know about this until here recently. So now that it's come to light, I wonder how much money the fools are going to be dishing out now.
Miss Mary, I was sharing the link so the mods would have the link for Uncle Frank. Miss Mary, the chat wants to know what's the difference. They want to know.
What's that?
The difference between a regular, like, say, state or county jury to a federal jury. I mean, I know there's a little more hush-hush.
A citizen is a citizen. A non-lawyer is a non-lawyer. I mean, unless they're just given a certain set of rules that a regular civil jury.
That's what I'm curious of. What's the different rules?
Yeah, I mean, a jury is a jury. They're made up of their peers, your peers. So they're not lawyers. They're not, anything other than regular jury members, unless it's just the rules that they have to follow. Who knows? I don't know. We've said that time and time again. We're not professionals. And I'm not going to offer my professional opinion on anything.
No, I won't speak on anything I don't know. And if I do, it's me asking questions because I want to learn too.
I mean,
the chat can teach us just as much as we can teach them.
Man, the only thing I'm a professional at is being an asshole. That's about it. I am a fairly good meat cutter, though. I got to hand it to you there. I'm going to toot my horn on that. I mean, 5 years of pure hell learning. You dang right. I'll take, yeah, I'm good at what I do. I love it. Today's society, to qualify as a meat cutter in today's society is such a joke. It's such a joke. I learned when they actually come walking in breathing and went out the front door in a package. These guys today, it's all boxed beef. They don't see it breathing.
Oh dear Lord.
What happened?
The last rumor is that the Walruses are going to buy Biscuit Boy a car. He has 3 freaking trucks. What does he need a car for?
So have they started grifting for the cruise yet?
Apparently they're grifting for Fat Boy. Lala is a troll. Yes, Mama Coop.
Huh? Who's Lala? I don't know Lala.
That's true, Gil.
Why is there somebody named Lala in here?
There was one down further on your side of the chat that said that she used to text with you. I used to be younger.
Beats me. I don't know.
On a federal jury, we have more access to information. We can ask more questions that the judge has to answer or get as a reason on why it is not a reasonable question. So basically on a federal jury, you get more answers on a case than you do on a civil case. Interesting.
What's that? Sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, you pulled a me, huh?
Oh, I was wondering, I mean, whether this person is right or wrong. I mean, Mama's got full access to my phone. She can see anything I write to anybody.
Mama.
I don't know
handled
anybody. I don't know
Mama-
anybody named Lala.
Yeah, Mama already handled it. She said that's a troll. So the mods handled it. Miss Mary, Hino, you can correct me if I'm saying your name wrong. But she said on a federal jury, they have more access to information. They can ask more questions that the judge has to answer or get as a reason on why it is not a reasonable question.
I don't have any idea what Squid said.
Sorry, Squid. No, she was correcting me because I keep saying civil instead of, brain, fart. Thank you, Squid.
Oh my goodness.
They get notebooks to write things down, but the government keeps the notebook at the end of the case. Huh. Interesting. Thank you for teaching us, Miss Mary.
This person I may have texted them. Who knows? Don't mean they're a troll. Anyway, take over, girl. I'm going to get some coffee. Hello.
I heard you. I was reading chat. See which one I wanted to respond to. Used to be younger says, wait a minute, isn't the money they raised for LP?
Hey, Dave, you gotta go potty?
And he forgot to mute. Hi, Teddy.
Microphone off for all these fine people.
Where did it go? Wait a minute, isn't the money they raised for LP and HG? So wouldn't that be fraud because it's not being spent on what it was donated for? Or it could be that, or they're starting a whole new grift specifically for Frat Boy, which wouldn't surprise me either. They have not completed the first grift, but they're going to start another one. Let's see. We are up to 1,009 verified signatures on the change.org petition that Skipper from Veteran Nation started.
Oh, Tickles is happy as a lark now. She's got her blue man. Kabam!
I do remember that, Mama Palmer. It's not necessarily a learned behavior. It could. Before I respond to that, I'm going to look it up, but I'm pretty sure, I may be wrong, but it may be genetic as well. But I did read last night, studying on Munchausen, that narcissism and Munchausen can go hand in hand sometimes. So it very well could. We all know she's a narcissist. We've seen her behavior. It's obvious.
We all know she's a liar too.
That's part of narcissism, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I like the emphasis on liar.
Miss Mary, I believe we're going to be getting more information from Megan on that tonight, and then other creators can take that and run with it and do more research, to be honest. I had someone in the chat earlier this morning say that the name Ruby was also the biological grandmother's name. So, there's that part of it.
Biscuit boy. There's
my blue.
Yeah, there he is.
He's like, are they talking about me, Dad?
Oh, he's loving. He's loving. Ah, that's not nice. No.
Spicy this morning he is.
That's just the Quaker in him. Now he's going to go after my headphones.
Quakers have sassy attitudes.
Oh, yeah. Usually he's pretty nice, though. He's just telling Dad, I'm King Ding-a-ling right now. You're not.
He said, I'm the alpha.
But, oh, well. He's the blue. You'll be all right.
The blue. Him so cute and pudgy. The chat loves your birds.
I love my birds too.
So much so that he chased him down.
Yeah, that was a trip. I mean, he didn't come. He was in the yard the next morning. He was literally still in the yard. But when he flew off that afternoon, we found him a good quarter of a mile from the house. It wasn't pleasant. It was a pretty miserable day. It was definitely a miracle that he was found, put it that way. I think if he hadn't had his wings if they would have been a little bit longer, we wouldn't have never found him. Anyway. Tickles is hiding now. Ow.
Oh!
He's about ready to go back to his pen. He's being a little obnoxious today.
He's spicy and playful.
Mm-hmm. He's having fun. Squidlow, check your DMs, girl.
Bye, Spud.
Patrick leaving us.
Tinkle, come again.
Lead ho. Yay.
Now Tickles is pruning him.
Yeah, she'll keep him in check. They like that side of my shoulder for some reason. So
that look he just gave you, like, you talking about me?
there. For some reason now, if I'm on the couch, she'll face forward. But when I'm in here and online with you guys, for some reason she puts her back to the camera, and I don't know why.
She's camera shy.
I don't know why.
Or it's that light in front of you.
Well, I don't know. There's a lot behind me too.
Squid said, Coop, you check your DMs.
I did.
She's being a smarty pants.
Well, you got to remember, I have to turn all notifications off or they get loud on this side. Well, the invitation's there if you want it.
Oh,
because I know you'll probably be going live here in about, what, a half hour or so?
it's 11:30 here, so yeah. This mic.
Where's the monster man? I haven't heard him today.
He's in there with his daddy.
Oh.
I thought that Bay was in there, and when I got up to go check on him, the daddy was still here, and I'm like, I thought you left.
You ain't got to apologize, Max. You do what you got to do, brother. I'm sure when Mama gets home, she'll be pulling up that members only. Have you noticed it yet?
What?
I found a filter for my lights. So if you just pay attention to the back.
I mean, I see the background lighting up, but that I'm used to at this point.
Well, no, I've actually got it alternating where it changes colors.
Oh.
Yeah. I was trying to. Some of them are too fast that if you put them on, the camera can't focus enough. So you have to find one that's just got the right speed where it's changing colors, but it's not changing colors fast enough to mess with the focus on the camera. See, it goes from red to blue to whatever to whatever. Anyway, enough of that. So we covered Mr. Uncle Frank's site, did we not?
Yes, we shared the link to Uncle Frank's. Looked up all the financial help the state of Florida gives for adopting a special needs child. Yes, but that would be for legal adoption. Like, when I say legal adoptions, I mean the type that go through the CPS housing check and the all that. What Lynette did was under the table and through Facebook. I don't think it's the same type of financial thing there. I mean, I can look into it. I'm willing to look into it, but it's two different types of things.
Right. I think that this private adoption stuff should be illegal. I mean,
I agree.
I personally do not believe that anything with this adoption was above board. I think it was all, oh, don't forget that's my blue. Who's forgetting it's your blue? You can have the little shit this morning. He's biting. I'm actually thinking about, he bites me again. I'm thinking about just putting him back in there in his playground. I think that's the reason why he's a little bit fussy.
He's cleaning now.
Yeah. But I don't know if you guys can see, but their wings are short.
Yeah.
They're very short. I mean, usually I don't clip them that short. Usually I clip them to where they can just glide down. Well, now it's like just a rock jumping off. It just blew me. Poor guys have no glide.
Nemesis, I heard that. Was that meaning the child's doctor was a vet or her doctor was a vet?
I've heard that too. They said that the doctor, was it the doctor?
I thought it was
the lawyer was a vet of a specialized in veterinarian, wasn't it?
That's what I thought. Was the lawyer that she used for the adoption was specialized in veterinarian.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That the lawyer wasn't a regular lawyer. He was he specialized in the veterinarian stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, because there's a lot about this case that's confusing. I mean, every day new stuff comes out. Who liked Shara's stuff yesterday? Oh, my goodness.
And that's just part one.
Yes. Wasn't she supposed to post one this morning?
I have no idea.
I could have sworn didn't you say last night she was posting one at 8 o'clock this morning?
No, that was the one yesterday that was supposed to be posted at 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know. I got off stream with Squid yesterday, and I just disappeared. I avoided the servers. I avoided YouTube. I just disappeared for
Oh,
several
my.
hours.
My social media was so quiet yesterday. Oh, my goodness. Let me tell you.
AVA!
It was very, very quiet. Oh, I forgot to pull up my thing today. Yeah, okay. And here, and here. Oh, hey, by the way, chat, I will be redirecting everybody to Squid's stream once we
Is she
end
set
today.
up?
Oh, yes, she's set up. That's why I'm going to go ahead and set it now so I don't forget about it.
That's what I was waiting on, was for her to set up
Squid's still in here?
somewhere.
If she don't mind, tell everybody what she's doing today, what she's going to be covering today, because I haven't really looked. Where? Oh, there it is. Bam. Make sure that's the right one. Yep, that's the right one. So save. So when I close, everybody on my side will be redirected to Squid.
And on my side, I just got it set up.
All right. And I'm not sure what she's covering today. I haven't really looked or read anything. I just know she's going live at 1.
I can't pronounce the girl's last name, but the Maya case. Maya Kowalski? Is that how you pronounce it, Squid?
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
no, Jam.
Huh?
Jam said she's going to have to leave soon, and she's going to miss Squid's stream. I said, oh, no.
You always replay. Hit it on replay. I have quite a few people that hit it on replay. Skipper's phone call must have kept going and going and going, unless he forgot about us.
He probably squirreled knowing Mikey.
He's probably going down a rabbit hole somewhere. Oh, my goodness, my goodness. That is cricketed. Why is that cricketed? Maybe it's not cricketed. Okay. All right. Yeah, I found it. Mama! Huh? Oh, talking about the prayers. Okay, yeah. Yeah, all them prayers were answered. It was definitely a miracle. We have hawks really bad around here. What are you cackling about?
Blue. He's cleaning her butt.
Her feathers? Yeah.
Yeah, her butt feathers. He's like, your butt stinks. Let me clean it.
I'll tell you right now, these two are close, very close. Nope, you're not doing that. Nope,
Oh,
doing that.
you dirty dog. Oh.
Now
Listen, mister. This is not an X-rated show.
did you see my chicken video, my latest chicken video?
I did.
Where Big Boy decided he wanted to break in one of the new girls.
Oh, I didn't get that far. You're showing all this bird porn, man. This ain't cool.
Hell, I was filming them, and when they're in the mood, the rooster's cone will have purple along the top of the cone, and that just out of the blue, he jumped on old Caramel. I didn't show the whole thing in full force. I moved the camera, but you can clearly see he jumped her.
You gonna have some babies.
You better be. Don't do it. But I'll tell you, I wish these two could breed. I really do. I think they would make awesome babies. But being he's a Quaker and she's a conure, it's not going to happen. Yeah, you talking? But if he had not have come back, we would have gotten another conure, some kind of conure, whether it be a green cheek, an Ande, whatever. And that way she would have been able to breed. I'm actually thinking about looking for a pair of breeders, because that's some nice little chunk of money. They're getting, we paid $300 for Tickles 7 years ago, I think. Now, I think we talked about this the other day. Now those same conures are going for anywhere from $700 to $1,000 now. They're high.
More than 1,000 at PetSmart.
Right. So they're expensive. That's why I'm glad we found Blue, because, hey, look here, bud. That's my neck you're messing with. Don't make me get the squirt bottle. You see, I keep this handy. That's an attitude adjuster right there. See, he knows.
We have one of those for the cats.
It's effective on dogs, too.
Yeah. You know what? My dad taught me a trick when we were breeding boxer puppies. Empty ibuprofen bottle or empty pill bottle of some sort, fill it with gravel and just shake it. The noise of that gravel in those bottles straightens the dog's attitude up really quick. I don't know what it is, but it works.
Well, it's like the dog whisperer. Blue? The dog whisperer. The dogs get into that. It's in their mind. They're fixated. And anything that you can snap them out of it, that's what you have to do. Oh, wow. We got derailed on our conversation, didn't we?
Yeah, but at the same time, it was nice to get away from that conversation.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I mean, I still think Pam's description of our streams is absolutely perfect. It's just like everybody sitting around the kitchen table drinking coffee, talking.
Mm-hmm.
We're not fixated on one thing, one topic. We just go full scale la la land sometimes.
Roy said his wife and him used to breed finches, parakeets, and cockatiels. It was a lot of work with very little reward. Rogue! She changed her name back.
Who that?
Rogue. Rogue Mama.
Oh. Was it Rugu Mama at one time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Welcome, 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 young lady. Hey, make sure and hit that like button on both streams. Make sure and hit that subscribe button on both streams.
So you just bit the dog back, AVA?
I've done that.
Yeah.
My original beagle, he had a bad habit. If you touched his food bowl while he was eating, he would snap at you. I got down on my all fours and acted like I was eating right along with him. And when he went to snap, boy, I grabbed hold of that ear with my mouth.
Uh-huh.
He never snapped again.
Listen, us dog trainers and dog breeders, we do some weird shit to train these dogs to behave.
Well, DW, once you find that power cord, jump on that sucker. Let's get her going. I'd like to see some live streams out of you. I'm assuming that's what you're getting at. You're going to start making content. Oh, AVA in the house?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice. That's my attention span.
Miss Sharon says she loves the chirping birds. It brings nature in chat. It's better than someone hacking, coughing, blowing their nose and farting, belching in the microphone. Somehow I know where that was going.
Well, Megan did make a very good point the other night talking about the garbage people. You know, that's not a very big or very small button. It's pretty good size. You can actually see that microphone button, and you can hit it at any time. What? Just kidding. Okay, just kidding. Just kidding. I didn't know you
He
were.
said something about sticking your thumb up a dog's butthole.
I've never done that. No, no, no. I let the vets take care of that.
So here's something funny. I actually went to college to be a vet tech. I just didn't get to join into the career because I ended up with 4 kids.
Now that reminds me of an interesting story. Here a few years ago, pretty girl, she had never been fixed, right? The only one out of all of our dogs that were fixed was Petey. We got him fixed when it was time to stop the breeding process. So we never got her fixed. Well, I didn't know, but beagles, if you don't get them fixed, when they get to a certain age, because they still have the female organs, it causes them to, it could kill them. Well, pretty girl got really, really, really bad sick. We took her to the vet, and that's what the vet told us. Look, she needs to be neutered, spaded, whatever it is for the females. She needs to be fixed, and we can hopefully save her. Well, I wanted to talk to the veterinarian, and at this time, this is when COVID was going on. So it was a pain in the ass. The little vet tech came out and told us, look, she's probably not going to make it. Do you guys want to continue with the surgery? And I said, well, I would like to speak to the vet. I would like to get the vet's opinion on what's going on. Well, I'm telling you what's going to happen. I'm like, no, I want to talk to the vet. Well, this girl wouldn't let me talk to the vet. Well, they had the surgery, and the more I dwelled on it, me and Mama went to the vet herself and said, hey, look, this is what happened. And because she was telling us the pretty girl probably wouldn't make it. So I wanted to talk to the vet to see, hey, look, what are your thoughts on this? Because why spend all this money if she's not going to make it? And the girl she refused, would not let us. Anyway, the kid ended up getting in a lot of trouble, and the vet went way above and beyond to save pretty girl. And she ended up staying there for about a week and being looked after by the vet herself. And that was, to me, that was the signs of an awesome vet right there.
So, you know how 9 times out of 10, veterinarian care works just like care in a regular hospital or doctor's office works. The vet tech is actually the one that does all the work 9 times out of 10, unless it's an asshole like the one you dealt with. 9 times out of 10, we're the nurses. We're the ones doing all the work, and the doctors are just signing off on stuff.
I thought it was pretty awesome because, I mean, we would literally, Mama, when she would go in to see pretty girl every day on her way home from work, because the vet's office was just right down the street from where Mama worked, she would go in, and pretty girl, literally, the vet had her in her office instead of out in the kennels with the rest of the dogs. I thought that was just class act right there. I mean, she wanted to make sure that pretty girl, nothing happened to her.
That's awesome. And that's a rare thing to happen, that the actual doctor be hands-on like that. That's right. Awesome. That's absolutely amazing. It's a rare case. Just like with human doctors, it's normally the RNs and the upper RNs that do all the work with their human patients.
Exactly, DW. We found that out. Pretty girl, when she was younger, she was very small, and she had one of those come up on her, and it got about that long. We took her in, and they removed it. And as soon as they removed it, man, she blew up. I mean, it was almost like we had her fixed. And but she's at the age right now to where her hips are bad. You guys have seen me push those joint things here on the show. But I don't think we got many more years with her. She's just getting really, really old. I'm going to dread that day, girl. Because she's the last of our beagles.
You want an Australian Shepherd?
No. I always had big dogs. I had the Huskies. I had the German Shepherds.
He's not big.
I had all those bigger dogs, whatever you want to call it. But Mama got me Petey, which was the first beagle I had, and oh my God, I absolutely fell in love with the smaller breeds.
Beagles are the best, especially when they're puppies and they got the big floppy ears that are bigger than their bodies.
Yep.
I had one. I won't never forget when Dad bought her for me.
DW, their Mama gets them off of Amazon. I can't remember the name, but they've got hemp in them, THC, I guess it is, and it is the best stuff I've ever seen. I mean, she could not hardly walk, and you give her a couple of those every morning, and boom, she's walking around pretty good. And a lot of people that Barb works with didn't believe her. Her boss, especially, he's got an older lab, I think it is. And matter of fact, I'll just message Mom and I'll put the link in the description. It's amazing stuff. See if Mama can't pull it up. She's usually got it in her cart.
Yankee, that's usually how it works out, is there's one tech assigned to a certain breed, and that's usually where our hearts go, whether it be in the cat section or in the dog section. We're usually assigned to one specific area, to just a handful of patients. So we get a lot of one-on-one time with those special needs animals, the abused, the sick. I worked with abused pit bulls when I was doing my hands-on training for school. I worked with the special needs pits and the mistreated pit bulls.
I'm surprised I don't have Mama as a moderator on here. She could just post a link herself. Oh my goodness. I'm probably never going to find her. That's her old account right there, so I probably don't have. I'm going to have to wait until she's in the chat to be able to get it. Okay. Yep, I'm going to have to wait till she's in the chat. She's working now, guys, so it'll probably be a few minutes if she sees it today.
Rogue, a lot of people say that. My little sister has a purebred German Shepherd, and boy, is he boomerang crazy. But he's still young and going through training, and he's massive. Massive.
I'm not talking about Mama Coop there, Jam. There Mama, she is.
She sent it
to me. But I can now. I can make her stop it. Stop it.
Yes, ma'am, DW.
Now she can post links. All right, woman, I made you a mod, so don't make me unmake you a mod for getting out of control. You know, some of them women's that moderation stuff goes to their head.
Slug, bulldog puppies are crackheads, but they're the cutest little crackheads ever. We've raised quite a few.
We're just going to pull it right up. I'll post the link. Let's see if I can post that.
When I first married my husband, Rogue, my mother-in-law, she still currently has 2 German Shepherds, but when we first got married, she had 3. And they're a lot of work, especially when they start getting older and they start having their hip issues.
Beagles are bad about their hips. And like DW said, they get the they get those masks on them, those whatever they are, metastasized masks, or
Yeah.
I don't understand what they are, but anyway. Come on, where's the dang share button at?
We have she is a purebred Australian Shepherd, but she's one of the medium size Australian Shepherd. Like, she comes to my knees, height wise. And we had one before her. He was a Blue Heeler Australian Shepherd mix. That was the smartest dog I've ever had, and I've had a lot of dogs. Derek, my ESA was a red nose. She was red nose pit and American Bulldog mix. Best dog I ever had. My pitties were the best dogs I ever had. I miss my pitty. I love my pibbles.
All right, we're just going to share it. It's not cooperating today. Go back. Come on. Pain in the butt.
Let me see if I can show y'all.
I got it. Oh, there you go. This is what it is, guys. That's what it is, DW. The link, here's the link. For anybody that's interested in it, it is amazing stuff. It is totally amazing. I swear by this stuff. I saw it with my own eyes. I was skeptical because we had tried so many different things. And your dog will eat it because it smells just like beef. I mean, she gobbles it right up. But it is an excellent thing to help them with their hips. If they're having any hip problems whatsoever, it helps them. Because if we don't give it to her for about 3 or 4 days, she's dragging herself around. She can't walk. So I started giving it to her every morning whenever I take my medicine. So now she gets it, two of them every morning. It's a little costly, but depending on the size of your dog, she's about 25 pounds, maybe 30 pounds. So I give her between 2 and 3, depending. If I miss a day by accident, I'll give her 3 of them. But most generally, I just give her 2. You're welcome, DW. It is. I'm telling you, you will notice a tremendous difference immediately. I mean, immediately. It's not something that's going to take several days. You give it to them in the morning, I guarantee within a couple of hours, they're up walking around. I wish we would have known about this stuff before Petey passed away, because Petey, that's how we had to put him down, is because he went outside to go to the bathroom and his hips gave out and he could not get up and walk. And we didn't know about this stuff. And if we'd have known about it, we wouldn't have had to put him down. This stuff is a miracle worker. Well, I'll tell you, it's definitely worked for us.
Trying to find a good picture of my pit bull.
Look at Mama. She's defending you, Georgie. I wouldn't have said kneecaps. I would have said nuts.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, babe, for sending me the link. So now you got a wrench. With a wrench comes responsibility, so be nice.
Mama's always nice.
You don't know her like I do.
Oh, Mama. I know I kind of answered your question in Messenger, give the man one job. But last week, with the weather that came in, we had several busted pipes on property, and it just completely like crossed his mind to go to the post office.
I'm not talking about you not being polite. I'm talking about you getting block happy, reading something that ain't true or reading into something that ain't there. That's what I'm talking about. I know you're polite. She's just overprotective.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, but hey, we have a damn good chat. I mean, we've had what? Very, very little confrontation in our chats. And I don't think we've ever really had, well, that one bad comment.
The other day about Uncle Frank.
Yeah, that one bad comment. That's the worst it's ever been in here. And that person was gone immediately.
Mm-hmm.
You never did send me the link to that, jackass.
There wasn't really no link to it. I'm trying to find. I want to show y'all my Daisy May. Trying to find a good picture of her.
I'll keep this up here, but I'll hide it. And if anybody wants any more information on it, the link, I'll post the link and I'll pin it to the top on my side. So anybody that
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right. Anybody that wants the link, it's pinned on my side at the top of the chat. So if you want any more information on it, you guys want any more information on it, just ask. We'll share it.
Wait, don't share that yet.
I'm not sharing anything.
I gotta close out my.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You're talking about that. Okay. That's another thing. It usually goes, Blake tells me.
There's my Daisy May. She was a red nose and American Bulldog. Her mama was purebred red nose pit, and her daddy was purebred American Bulldog. And then that was my little shit eater that we rescued. And then her litter. She actually had a litter of 10 puppies, but we lost 2 at birth. So, Slug was talking about bulldog puppies are crackheads. Try raising 8 bulldog puppies at one time.
Oh, the beagles were they were so awesome when we were raising beagles. They're so funny. The little bitty guys. And I mean, when they're that small, when they're tiny, like they were about as big as that.
Uh-huh.
And their ears were just amazingly long. I mean,
their ears are so much longer than their bodies when they're puppies. It's so cute.
They were awesome.
Let's see. I want to show y'all my current baby. She's not even my dog. I got her for my kids, and it seems like I take better care of her than my kids do.
I know I've got some pictures of Petey in here somewhere. Coco. It was funny. Petey was a red-nosed beagle, which is rare. So his colors weren't the typical black, white, and brown. That's Coco. That is funny. Pretty girl. She looks so much like her dad right now. It's unbelievable. That's Daisy, or pretty girl. Yeah, that's one thing that really hit me right in the chest when Facebook took down my other channel or my original Facebook page. I had so many pictures that I can't get back now. Well, I joined Facebook the year it came out, so I had a lot of stuff on there.
Now share that, Coopy.
What's that? Did you send another one? There you go.
There's our current baby. She was fresh out the bath in that picture. That's Miss Molly. See, she's one of the smaller Australian shepherds. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I said her name and she looked at me like, are you talking about me?
Yeah, I guess I don't have one in my phone of Petey. Probably have to go over to Instagram, steal my pictures off of Instagram. Yeah, and that's it. I'll go snatch them. What was that? Oh, I think that was me. Kabloom! Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got one of Coco with the babies. With some babies. Yep, that's pretty girl. Or Daisy when she was a baby, or smaller.
I can't see.
Oh. All right. Let's see here. If we do it like that, then it can do it differently. Yeah. What he said.
Aw, DW. She said she had a mini Aussie, pure white with blue eyes.
Oh wow.
And Molly's got brown eyes. Molly Dolly. We actually we got her from a local farm, and she will be 2 in September, or will be 3 in September. But she lived her whole first year of her life outside. Like, she didn't even have a shelter to go in when it was raining, which really irked my nerves when I got there to get her. She was
Okay.
caked in mud. Quit digging. Quit digging.
Now let's see here.
Molly,
What happened?
quit digging at your toes. Don't look
What
at me like
happened?
that. Coop's having malfunctions.
No, it says I'm sharing it, but I don't see it.
Yeah, there's nothing on. That's me.
Yeah,
You put me in the big screen.
yeah.
What are you doing to it?
It says I'm sharing it, but I don't see it.
There's nothing there.
I know. So we'll go here, here.
Ain't that the
There.
first thing? Aw, there he is.
That's pretty girl when we first moved into this house. And that's her just a couple of years ago.
That gray face.
Now this is Coco. This was Mama's dog. And see the babies?
The babies.
she was the mama dog, and that's pretty girl here recently, just past couple years.
Gray face.
Yeah. Now her dad, he looked just like her, except his nose was red instead of black. But if you see her colors, like she's got the red and the black like a traditional. His colors, he had no black on him at all. He was all red and white. I'll have to try and find some pictures of him. Anywho,
You got me wanting to
Huh?
show. I'm gonna have to find the pictures of Dad's beagle and send them to you offline.
Now, Petey, my male, I don't want to say he was miniature, but if you see a regular beagle, he was way smaller than a regular beagle. Coco was like 1.5 times his size. But it's pretty wild. Yeah, you find those pictures, let us know. Next time we're on, we'll pop them up there. So what you thinking, girl? Thinking it's time for us to hit the road, Jack?
Sounds good to me. I reckon.
We'll send it. Now remember, chat, when we end this stream, everybody's going over to Squiddy. So
Yep.
you guys go over there and raise Cain in her chat.
Completely derail her and tell her I told you to do it.
So give them your spew, youngin.
Remember, guys, you're one of a kind and never let anyone dim your light. I'll see y'all in the morning.
All right, everybody. You know we've got the social media sites down below in the description box. Come over and join us on one of them, all of them, or none of them. It's entirely up to you. And I'd like to say thank you, chat. You have been awesome today. And pretty much Coop's going to say, Coop out.
It's that time again, my friends. Time to part till next we see. Gonna sail on different winds, but your heart stays close, my friend.
Distant roads may pull us apart, but our memories never die. Underneath the same bright sky, we'll be together by and by. Until we meet again, my friends, in the stories that we've every moment that we share is a treasure we can't spare.
Through the seasons we may roam, chasing dreams on a dirt road home. Every memory of our time reminds us that life's so fine.
Through the seasons we may roam, chasing dreams on a dirt road home. Every memory of our time reminds us that life's so fine. Farewell is not forever, just a pause along the road. Our connection we won't sever, it's a bond that can't unfold. Until we meet again, my friends, in the stories that we've every moment that we share is a treasure we can't spare.
Until we meet again, my friends, in the stories that we've every moment that we share
Is a treasure we can't spare.